Let's cross live now to Jos, the Plateau State capital, where Rise correspondent Theophilus Tiav joins us now. Good morning, Theophilus. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Ayo. Good morning, Rafai. Good morning, Dr. Ruben.
It's been a sad few days in Jos Plateau State, where you are currently. We've heard, as I reported earlier on, that 26 people have been confirmed dead. We've also highlighted the responses from the NGF, the Nigerian Northern Governors Forum, as well as security operatives to the killings unjustified in Jos. Can you give us updates, please, on what's happened since the 48-hour curfew has been imposed?
Yes, this morning the governor of Plateau State just did a statewide broadcast regarding the killings. In his broadcast, he assured the people of Plateau State that the state government is actually going to reach out and give support to the families that have been affected. And he also promised justice for the victims. And he assured that security will be heightened. The attackers won't go free, that they are going to track them to trace them and track them down so that such issues will not repeat itself again in Plateau State. We are in Jos South local government, where I am currently, is in Jos South local government. There's a little bit of commercial activities, normalcy, it's happening here. But in Jos North, where the attack, in Angwan Rukuba, where the attack actually happened, they are under 48 hours curfew, which will be reviewed later today. Douglas, please. Yes, Douglas is coming. Yes, sir. Okay, drop it. Okay, I'm here with Douglas now.
Douglas is a correspondent in Jos, right? Theophilus?
Okay, Mr. Douglas, can you give us a brief of actually what transpired from the day of the attack to this current moment?
Okay, on Sunday at about 8:45, the residents of Angwan Rukuba were relaxing on their own. All of a sudden, unknown gunmen under bikes and some vehicles, according to eyewitnesses, invaded the community, started shooting sparingly into the air, and also it was as if it was a planned walk. They went into some shops, shot some people, also passerbys, they shot them, and when they left after, because the activity took place in the less than 10-15 minutes, and immediately they went to one other side and shot a lot of people, including a pregnant woman, including a mother that just finished discussing with the son, and the son stepped out and the boy was shot. And because of that, it brought agitation within the community. And one of the things that the state government immediately did was to impose a curfew. And the good news was that the governor was there yesterday physically to see them, to sympathize with them, and from there he went to the hospital to also commiserate with the victims. We have some of those that were injured in the Jos University Teaching Hospital and also Birmingham Teaching Hospital, that is Jankwano. We have about 11 people were injured.
Okay. So the governor visited the scene, and you actually were there as well. So can you tell us the mood? How did the people of Angwan Rukuba, because there was a protest there yesterday, so can you let us know how did the protest went? Because there was a curfew, did they defy the curfew coming out to do their protest yesterday? How did the protest go?
Okay, we will not really say it was a protest. It was actually an agitation that the governor must come. The youths, the community youths insisted that the governor must come. And immediately the governor was not in town. He went for their APC National Convention, and immediately he came back. He headed straight to Angwan Rukuba. But there was a little bit of chaos because of the large crowd, the number of people that were there, especially the youths. So there was agitation that the governor must come. And because of that agitation, the governor came and they had to give space for him to address the people yesterday. As of that, since on Sunday, it was a mood of tears, sorrow, and sober reflection because the people were not happy. Of course, if you lose a loved one, you will not remain the same. That was the mood yesterday. And apart from the mood, the residents of Angwan Rukuba coordinated themselves. There was no weapon, there was no issue of retaliation. All they wanted was that justice must be served.
So you heard from my colleague who is on ground and has been following the developments here in Plateau State.
I want Douglas, to be with you there, because you might have to ask Douglas that question. Theo, did the villagers, were they able to identify the people that perpetrated these acts? Was there any way to fight them back when they went on the shooting spree, or they just went on the shooting spree and left? Who did the villagers say did this to them?
Okay, Douglas, can you let us in on how the shooting went on from the eyewitnesses that you got on ground? Did they shoot and stay, or it was a sporadic shooting, then it was a drive-by or a pass-through that happened at Angwan Rukuba?
Okay, from the first set of information we got that Sunday night was that the people came on a bike, and there's an area they call Plateau Private. From that junction, they started shooting up till after Double Dollar. When they got close to Angwan Rukuba, they started shooting sporadically into the air. But another surprising thing from another eyewitness was that when they got to before the Angwan Rukuba junction, there was this place where people relax. They went in there, they shot some of them. From there, they moved out, and there were some people that were staying by the side of their shop. They shot them, and they also extended adjacent the police station within the area, and they shot. So it was as if it was, a coordinated activity, as if it was well planned by this set of people. And the question that keep bugging people's mind is that Angwan Rukuba is a peaceful place. Angwan Rukuba is a community that cut across all ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. So the question keep bugging people is that why this attack? Although before now we've been hearing letters, rumors that they will strike following the incident that happened in Doroa, where some people were killed and there was a retaliation of killing. Since then there have been this, even in the social media, and there are certain people that also made some very dangerous utterances that they will revenge. So a lot of people are saying, especially people of Angwan Rukuba, are saying that look, it might be that these threats that they will revenge or that they will retaliate came to bear on Sunday. So that is the situation on ground.
Who are they Douglas is talking about?
Okay. Who are these attackers? Do we actually know who these attackers are? Where did they come from?
Okay, like the chairman of Plateau Youth Council in Jos North, Paul Mancha, he said they were speaking Fulani language, and also the chairman of Plateau Youth Council Northern Zone, Samson, he also said that they were speaking a particular language, and that is that language that they use, to suspect that they are the ones. These are what some of the youth members, the eyewitnesses, said yesterday and on Sunday that is what transpired. So that they are suspecting that they are the ones because of the language they are speaking.
Thank you very much, Theophilus and Douglas, for bringing us updates. We'll definitely look forward to seeing what the responses from the security operatives would be, and hopefully an apprehension of the criminals.
Plateau, I think it was on Palm Sunday that people were attacked. BBC reports that some people went to a bar and they came as if they were also celebrating, Palm Sunday, and then they just opened fire on other people. People who were injured ran to pharmaceutical shops around the place to be treated. They followed them there and they gunned them down. And the people of, Plateau, particularly Angwan Rukuba, they call it, Angwan Rukuba, they call it in Jos, Metropolis. They are incensed that nobody is protecting them For over 12 hours, security agencies did not provide any support. When they cited the security agencies came like bystanders. I thought I saw in one video, they just looked at the situation and they drove away. And the people are wondering, who is protecting us? Where is government? Where is accountability? And the people also have given it a religious interpretation that they are being attacked because they are Christians. But the subtext of it all is that simply we see where government appears to be helpless. The people themselves appear to be helpless. And that is not supposed to be the situation. Over 21 persons were killed. Over 28 persons were abducted in a country where there is government. So the simple message here is that there is still a lot for government to do in terms of securing the people.